Hi, my name is Adi. I'm a guitar teacher and welcome to my second vlog, which I do once every 6 months. And today I would like to talk to you about the subject that's been recently re-raised by Jared Dines in relationship to the idea of fake guitarists. And I thought it'd be useful to give a little bit of an opinion from the perspective of someone who teaches music, has taught music for a long time, taught many people. And the way this might influence people, impact people, and the way we might like to consider this as guitarists ourselves, and the way music is these days. Now, it's probably worth noting, if you're not familiar with this, Jared Dines, every year he does a massive shred collaboration on his channel, where it looks like at least 1,000 people are sending in short videos of themselves playing over a track which Jared had made. Some people will change the track a little bit, and there'll be all these different people taking part, and eventually it'll be whittled down, and there'll be perhaps maybe 20 people in the final collaboration, which will go out as a single video of all these people playing over this track. Now, it's worth noting that this isn't what he's running, and music in general isn't really a competition. If it was a competition where we were trying to assess people's technique and maybe harmony knowledge and all that kind of thing, then we'd be looking at something slightly different, and we should look at this differently, and particularly if we're doing like an exam or something. But we're not. This is a collaboration of people making music. Now, the reason I want to raise that is because shred guitar, and for those uninitiated, that's fast guitar playing in the rock genre. It's different. It's different now to what it has been for many years. It's different to what I grew up with. So when I grew up, I was thinking modern rock and shred. I was thinking of the 80s and 90s guitarists and the way they played guitar. But that's no longer modern. That's 30, 40 years ago. The world has changed. We all had different equipment and different influences because we've been influenced by those people. Now, in terms of the way this is all happening and the way people create modern shred, well, they use modern compositional techniques, which is a nice way of saying they use the equipment that's available to them now that wasn't available previously. So the way they do it is they compose a solo, a short solo, and that's for this video in particular and all over Instagram and most guitar videos you see. But they don't just play it. It's not like the olden days where you would go into a studio and do 3 or 4 takes, or maybe 10, and hope that the studio engineer can cut it together and make it sound good. People can sit down and compose and do it for as long as they want because they now have the equipment to do so. They can sit in their room, they've got the laptops, the DI, they can craft it, they can record it section by section, and they can put together and compose a piece of music which previously wouldn't have been possible, or not without a lot of money and time to be able to do, to create this new sound, this new guitar sound, this new genre of shred, which I think is now a thing. I think it's now a new genre. This is something that we need to accept as a way of performing. And so people who do this, they will record several, maybe hundreds of tapes of them playing, and they'll put together and craft this short shred solo with perfect audio, and then they will perform to it visually. So Jared calls this I think calls it a pre-recording from his video. I'll link the video, please go and check it out because it explains it in good terms. But then they will perform to it. So basically they're miming, but they're doing nothing more than what our favourite guitarists did before when they did a music video. They're not playing those solos live. You can still hear the studio workings, even in those old solos. You can hear where someone has finished a lick and slid off, and then all of a sudden there's another lick laid over the top of it. It's nothing new. But now we have the equipment and time to do it a bit more precisely. People can do more things with it, and they're creating with these new tools. So in terms of what's happening and fake guitarists, well, yes, they're faking it a little bit, but no more so than's ever been done before. And any record ever put out is never a one take hit. It's a lot of work that goes into it. Many iterations are done. So it's nothing new. They're just using that with the time and equipment they have to really specialize and create something which is what they want to create. It's their music, and they're allowed to do so. Now, in terms of us looking at that, or from a teacher's perspective, that's absolutely fine. And if people want to be able to create music like that, then they need to learn those techniques. It's not just the traditional finger techniques and all that we need to learn. You need to learn all the modern production techniques as well. But a lot of people might look at this who are learning and think, oh, how can I do that? If they don't know that this is happening. And that's coming into the conversation a little bit, where people are talking about honesty in this type of thing. And I think it's more about education. I think we need to just understand that this is how music is created. This is how this genre of music is created, and these are the tools that are used to create it. So when you're learning guitar and you're looking at these people, you need to look at it knowing that, yes, this is absolutely fantastic. It's a great piece of music. It's really impressive, and enjoy it to whatever degree you want. But yeah, it's not a flawless take. It's not an old-fashioned someone standing in a pub with a guitar playing one perfect smooth take. It's not possible to play these pieces of music in that fashion. Guitars don't make that sound. A live guitar will not make the sound you're hearing in these videos. It's a lot more noisy. There's finger noise, there's fretboard noises, there's external noises. It's just not possible to transition from some of the types of phrase and people playing into others flawlessly and cleanly. People can do it, but it won't be as clean and flawless as what you're hearing in those videos. So we just have to accept that that's what it is, and that's what people are doing. And as long as there's no malice where people are perhaps faking this stuff and then saying, well, I'm going to sell you a lesson package because my technique's flawless, when the reality is there might be a lot of holes in the technique and a lack of knowledge of the mechanics. Well, if that stuff's happening, then yeah, there's a bit more of an issue. But people creating music and putting out their music, in my opinion, people should be able to do it however they want and enjoy it. So there's my take on it. Take it for what it is, enjoy it for what it is, understand it for what it is. Different people will do different things, and let's just let it happen. As long as there's no malice, let's enjoy it. That's it for today. Nice and short. I'm sure I'll do another vlog in about 6 months, but otherwise, check out some other stuff. Today I've just done a guest riff Tuesday, which I do every Tuesday. It's just a little short on my channel, probably about 30 seconds long. These are completely live takes. I'm just using my camera, just using my phone, the phone app and microphone. There's nothing fake in it. Guess along if you like the riffs. It's just a bit of nostalgia, a bit of fun, nothing more than that. And every Friday, or most Fridays I should say, I do a little short lesson as well. We'll just pass on a few tips. But otherwise, just a fun channel, a little bit of learning to go with it. I've spoken enough. Bye, have a great day, see you later. Bye.